Hello everyone, welcome back to Form of Therapy. This is the Culture Study. I'm the channel's video producer and your host. You can call me PD. And today we are checking out Peaches by Kai. Now, a lot has changed since I previously checked out Kai's from then till now. So previously, that R&B style, R&B in general is not really my style, but people on Patreon actually encouraged me to check out his album. They thought that there would be songs that fit my personal taste, and boy, were they right. I actually checked out Nothing on Me and Ride or Die, and oh my god, those songs were incredible, and I really, really loved it. And it also opened my eyes to Kai as a singer and as an artist, and so I'm going into Peaches with definitely a much more intrigued and interested mindset. So I'm interested to see what he's got in store for us with Peaches. And with that said, regardless of what Peaches is, it might be R&B again. And if it is, it's probably not going to be more so my taste. But I'm still going to check out his album because his first mini album was fantastic. By the way, if you guys want to check that out with us, unfortunately, we don't have a reaction for the first mini album because I checked it out on a stream, but I'm going to be doing a listening party for his second mini album in January. So if you want to check that out with us, you can visit our Patreon. We do our bonus reactions to listening parties, variety, reality, survival show, K-drama content over on our Patreon. So if you guys would like to support the channel and help keep the lights on and also get access to some bonus content, come visit our Patreon. Of course, you don't have to support us monetarily if you don't want to. We mainly upload our listening parties on our Patreon due to copyright reasons. We can't do them on here. So if you guys would like to support the channel in a free, non-monetary way, just simply like the video and subscribe to the channel. It would help not only us out, but it would also help promote the video as well. All right, let's get into the video. This is Peaches by Kai, and this is your Form of Therapy. So we're going for classical Korean style. Weird. There's a lot of interesting different implications that I don't know if it's necessarily there, if I may be reading too much into it. I can talk about it after the video, but Peaches relate to old Korean traditional culture as well. And given the very heavy, older Korean cultural influences, I wonder how it all ties together. That whole section was filmed really, really well. Oh, wow, that is... Oh, that was shot really beautifully. Oh my... This went from such a simple production to... Oh my god! My ranking on this song is changing the more I listen to it and see this. Interesting. All right. So, hold on. Let me watch this prologue film. I wonder if it's actually going to give us a little more context into the music video, because Peaches actually, Patreon logo still here. Peaches in Korean culture actually do have a cultural significance. They symbolize happiness, wellness, having a long life. Sometimes even like there are like supernatural implications, like peaches also like represent immortality, and also it like wards off spirits. And that's like all very like old Korean culture stuff. You know, I'm not too versed on it. I only know like what I grew up with. But given the very older Korean style that he had for the aesthetic of this music video, I wonder if there are those implications. Let's actually watch this prologue film real quick and see if it provides any additional context. Okay, well, boy's dead. All right, why is this shot like a horror movie? It might literally be. I also assume this is like a preview of some of the tracks on the album as well, kind of like his previous prologue film, which was also awesome. I wish I'd reacted to that. I'm sorry, guys. Oh my God. His figure is just so beautiful when he dances. The outline is incredible. Why does this look like the cave where they shot the mimic? She's a vampire. Okay. All right. So, as I said previously, it looks like there are some supernatural, mystical implications. I'm definitely the wrong person to be asking about this. I definitely am not as well versed in Korean folklore as I'd like to be, mainly because, you know, I just grew up, you know, reading and hearing and listening to and seeing little stories here and there, and never getting full into the whole, I was about to say lore of it all. But like I said, the peaches do symbolize longevity and perhaps in this case, maybe even immortality. Given that, like, if you saw, like, boy was dying. He was dying on the floor. He's crawling. You know, you see very classic scenes from other like movies and stuff where he's like dying, and then there's this pool of water, and maybe it's like the fountain of youth, and then he's drinking from it, and it gives him life, and you can see he's going on a spiritual journey through the cave of some kind. And so I think it wouldn't be so wrong to assume that there are some mystical and supernatural implications to the Peaches music video, which let's go ahead and check it out again. SM, I forgot, I did not mute this audio. Please don't block this video, SM. Just saying.
call you like peaches. Soft하게 감싸. 입안 가득 번진 sweetness. Feels good to be the bad guy.
This is an interesting lyric that we will come back to. Feels good to be the bad guy. Keep in note of that lyric.
이미 삼켜버린 juice. 그 순간 깨져버린 rule.
Okay, so here's another thing. I wonder, I don't know if he's combining different sort of lores, but also, why do I keep saying lore? But he says, 삼켜버린 juice, so that means, 삼켜 is to like swallow, so it's like the juice I've already swallowed.
Juice. 그 순간 깨져버린 rule.
And in that moment, the rule is broken. The secret that I'm like quietly taking,
아무도 믿지 못할 꿈.
a dream that nobody would believe. I'm your bad hobby. So this is where I'm a little curious as to what kind of like the implication of the song is, because he's portraying himself in a, if you think about it, a little bit of a bad guy light, a negative light. And I wonder if, as I said, peaches are sometimes symbolizing the ability to ward off spirits. And I wonder if that's what he's sort of like saying. Maybe there's a little bit of that. He's a spirit. Maybe he's an evil spirit, or he's just a spirit. And, you know, she shouldn't be fraternizing with him. And yet he seduces her. And so he's like her bad hobby, and kind of like I feel like there are some biblical references, maybe, as he says, like the moment you bite into the peach, it's the moment I like bite into the peach, and like, you know, the rule is broken, and you know, that could be symbolizing that same ordeal with I call it an ordeal, or, you know, I guess what it would really be is Adam and Eve dooming the rest of humanity to sin. But when they bite into the apple, it's like the rule is broken, right? And so I feel like there are some implications there, like maybe he's also the snake in the garden. The way they shot that is beautiful. We'll get to that again later. I gotta say, I really, really love this music video set. You know, the traditional Korean concept has been done several times in K-pop, and, you know, I think it's definitely challenging for music video teams to find fresh new ways to do it every time. And I think they did it really beautifully here. I mean, they brought back the SM box. You know, they used to be a joke, but, you know, when you can do it beautifully now, I think it's fantastic. And I love the gradient of like the magenta to the blue. And then you also have like, I assume these are supposed to be either clouds or they're rock formations. They're supposed to be like Korean mountains, and the way they placed LEDs behind them to give it the glow, the extra glow. Like everything about this has like a very heavenly effect to it. And it feels like you're in like a mystical plane, right? Almost like you're in Shangri-La or something like that. And perhaps this is like the Garden of Eden itself. Ooh, love the tilt. Oh, and the reveal with the plants. Now, if the previous places were like the Garden of Eden or like Shangri-La, I would assume like this is like the portrayal of this feels like now you're in heaven. This feels like heaven, right?
Feels good to be the bad guy.
Oh. I wish they had actually gone a little bit more intense with that, like the camera moving a little bit more intense. All right, so I love how they shot these scenes right here. They have like these cutouts of the clouds, but the way they lit this, they give it gives off almost a stage play like feeling. Like obviously it looks fake, right? And yet the production doesn't feel cheap. It feels intentional. The fakeness is intentional, and so he's the implication of him flying on the clouds, sort of like Sonogong, just like flying on Nimbus, you know? The way they portrayed this is really well, and like the sunset glow in the background. Oh. I find this scene to be so incredibly powerful and strange. The way that he is portrayed right here, the perspective in which they put him so up close, and given that it's also silhouetted, the dancers feel smaller behind him. He gives off an almost god-like like an authoritative figure, you know? And I wonder if there's also an implication that, yeah, like not only is he a spirit, maybe he's a much more supernatural being. Maybe he's a god of some kind. Maybe he's a god that this woman should not be fraternizing with, you know? Like, you know, in Greek, is it Greek or Roman mythology, you know, human gods often fraternized and, you know, did the hanky-panky with humans sometimes, especially Zeus, you know, the original fuckboy. So, you know, it could be like a much more Asian, Korean take on that. I don't know. This is definitely a stretch, but I do feel like when I see that scene with the silhouette, I do think he looks a little bit like a deity rather than just a spirit or just a person. Something does make him feel a little bit godlike in that scene. Ooh! Sorry, hold on. Oh! Kai has what I like to call, what people often call, you know, finesse. I like to call, he's the sauce. He's got the sauce. It's, oh my goodness. I just love that. He's like on a cloud saying it feels good to be the bad guy. Yeah, even that final pose. Look at him. You know, doesn't it feel somewhat a little ethereal? It feels like he's transcending, you know? If peaches do signify giving one longevity or immortality, perhaps he is using this woman to further strengthen his life force and he's ascending. I don't know. Like, listen, guys, this music video is a lot of assumptions, all right? I'm doing a lot of assuming and a lot of guesswork, but at the end of the day, it's a fantastic and beautiful video. And initially, because this is definitely full on R&B, I would have ranked this song more of like a 6, because R&B songs are not my style. So the song I would have given a 6, but listening to it more, and it's really his cheekiness that sells it. It's the way he smiles at you that sells it. This makes the song an 8, and it makes me fuck with the song a lot. It makes me groove with the song, and to the point where I'm going to be downloading this song. For me, that's a very big deal, just because I don't like R&B songs. I vibe with very few R&B songs. This is definitely one of them. This is definitely a song I will say that the song was enhanced by the video for me. But that's why also music videos are important. Music videos can be turning points for people. You know, you could not like a song and then you see the music video. It's like, this music video awakened my third eye. And this music video awakened my third eye to kind of like, how good this song is. I think it's really, really fantastic. I think the music video is gorgeous. I mean, just look at that. Like the way they emulate the moon or the sun setting, everything was so beautiful and gorgeously handled in this music video. What I like about Peaches compared to like is that, one, I think it's visually a lot more appealing than the music video with the apocalyptic setting versus like this much more heavenly setting. I do like that. But also, I think for me, because I was a very casual EXO listener and a very casual EXO fan, you know, the way that Kai is portrayed in just title tracks and performances is he is the dancer. He is the sex appeal, right? And so oftentimes when you go the solo route, that is when you, especially for dancers, is when you can really stamp your artistry and your show off who you are as a singer and an artist overall. You know, Taemin, Hoshi, and Kai. And so this is really the title track that really made me see him beyond just what I know him casually from EXO. You know, him as an artist, who he is as an artist, and also who he is as a singer. I personally find that I like this song a lot more because it is also just vocally a lot more pleasing than maybe it's because I was just more just a casual listener back with that I did not appreciate it as much. But I do feel like in general this song is just all like also very it's very good for Kai to show off his vocal prowess as well. So overall, I'm gonna give Peaches a 10 on the video. I think the video is freaking fantastic. They made it look like a play. Like it really feels like a stage play setting, and it looks so good. And then the song an 8. So I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. But guys, those are just my opinions. Let me know. What did you guys think about Peaches from Kai? Let me know in the comments down below. SM, I would really appreciate if you didn't block this video. So if you guys made it this far and you're watching this video, then hot doggy. SM did not block this video. But, you know, if you're watching this on Patreon, that means they did block it. But at the same time, if you want to support the channel, visit our Patreon. If our videos ever do get blocked, that's where we post them. If you guys want to support the channel and check out bonus reactions, you can also visit our Patreon for that as well. Also, if you don't want to support us monetarily, that's completely fine. You could always like our videos. Remember to comment to help spread the video amongst the YouTube algorithm. And you can subscribe here. Check out our other videos over here. And we will see you guys next time. Bye. Have a wonderful rest of your day.